Computerized, oh baby. Computerized, oh baby. A beautiful love. Computer love. Computer love. Computer love. Yeah. Computer love. Computer love. Computer love. Hey. Computer love. Computer love.
Most of the time when I was younger, a lot of your friends, you would know where they were. So you would go by their house, or if they weren't at home, then normally you would go by, a spot where everybody usually congregated.
When I was younger, I communicated with friends by like Facebook because I didn't really have a cell phone or whatever. And with family, like we would talk on the house phone, but now I talk to everybody via text, like through a cell phone.
Telephone, dial-up telephone.
When you're far, far away and you're in your house and you're not where your friend is at, or where your family is at, you can kind of call them on the iPad or on the phone or on a computer, Skyping.
Compared to now, it's mostly, the majority is texting. The second would be over the cell phone, which we didn't have back then, 20 years ago, and then also Skype.
When I was younger, I usually communicated with my friends or family by either in person or by phone. Now I continue doing the same, either through face or through the phone using text messaging. I really feel like it has caused a lot of issues with doing face-to-face interaction because it's not the same anymore. I feel like a lot of people don't have that experience or have those skills of how to interact with people face-to-face because they're so used to doing it with some technology.
Like when I was younger, if say like you were in the car, like say telephone, if you were in the car and you were going down the highway, you had a flat, you might have to walk miles to get to the gas station or to get help. But now it's easier because you can call someone.
Typically, I mean, it's people more accessible, but in turn, like especially with texting, people are typically more offended by what you say. You tell me where you at 6 in the morning before I've had coffee, whereas you do it at 6 at night. I take it completely different.
I feel like technology is an equalizer. It helps with folks being able to communicate in multiple ways. How it's helped with me. It's allowed me to be able to communicate with people over long distances, as opposed to not being able to communicate with them via long distances.
It's better to talk face to face because sometimes when you Skype, sometimes your computer kind of can't communicate with the other because it doesn't have the signal to another phone to call them.
Say a lot of things that if you want to find something out now, you just Google it, whereas before you have to actually go to a library, research, find the right book.
Technology has made us a little lazy. Like example, I would rather again text somebody than talk to them on the phone for whatever reason, or if we need something, or say happy birthday to somebody, we will text them happy birthday instead of calling them and picking up the phone or something like that.
Emotions? I have to think about that one.
it doesn't take it away from me because I grew up in a time where it wasn't any phones or even a pager. There was not even a pager when I was younger. So for me, it didn't take any emotion out. Now, I don't know about the younger generation, but for me.
I feel emotions can be taken out of a relationship because of technology. You have different ways people communicate, and if you're communicating via email or a text message or something like that, it's difficult to convey how someone's feeling, based off an exclamation mark, an icon, or something like that.
Well, I think especially when you're communicating your emotions to someone, I think for a lot of people it's become easier to just do it through Facebook, through texting, rather than doing it face to face. So I feel like it's almost like it doesn't really mean much when you're doing it through technology rather than doing it in a face to face way.
To some extent, it's made it better because we can get an immediate response, but in turn, most of the texting, we don't want to respond immediately. We don't want to talk to the person right away or face to face. So, in turn, it's hindered it.
Like, it's really easy to get a hold of technology. Even here at the union, let's say my phone died, I can just go into the union, get on a computer, and let somebody know, hey, my phone died, or I'm stranded here. Can you pick me up? So it's pretty easy to get a hold of.
10 years ago, to write an email, it would have taken longer. Now it's instant. Same with texting. Years ago, if you wanted to get a hold of someone, you'd have to call their house and leave a message. They'd have time to digest it. Whereas now, I can be driving down the street, I can be in the middle of the bathroom, and I can take any phone call.
They used to have like email stations set up because you couldn't get your email directly to your phone. So, and there was no texting like it is now. So I think that you can communicate with people a lot faster.
Yeah, it's very accessible nowadays. I think you can communicate any way possible. Even if you don't even have a phone, you can even go to a library, use the computers, and try to Skype with someone or contact someone through any other way. I think it definitely is a new way of communicating with people now.
Technology is very much more accessible now than it was 10 years ago, based upon the multitude of different types of devices that people have. You have kids that are 3-year-olds communicating on technology devices. You have folks that are 85 and older communicating with technology.
She want it, I wanna give it to her. She know that it's right here for her. I wanna see her break it down. I'm ballin', throwing money around.